Hi there, and welcome to the process of my newest tiger painting. I haven't painted one of my tigers in quite a while, so I had a lot of fun with this one. In this video, I'll share my tools, techniques, and of course, the process. This painting was created using Liquitex Acrylic on an 8x8 Trekell wooden panel using a variety of Trekell brushes. Like all of my wooden panels lately, this one has been primed with one layer of GAC 100 and a couple layers of clear gesso. Also, like all of my paintings, I gave it a final layer of Golden Brand archival gloss. And a final note before we start. I have been trying to record my time spent with my paintings ever since becoming a mother. Keyword trying. So if I could estimate, I would say this painting took around 20 hours over the course of 4 weeks. And my main goal for recording my time is to gain a better understanding of how long my paintings are taking me these days. Specifically for gallery shows, or if I want to take on some commissions, I want to be able to understand my workload better so I can say, hey, I do have time or I don't have time for this gallery show, or so that I can better communicate a timeline for my clients. So I'm figuring out how this art and parent thing coexist right now, and it's quite a journey. With that being said, let's get started with this process. Alright, now almost all of my paintings begin with a digital mock-up in Procreate using an iPad. This is my preferred method so that I can work out colorways and composition before I even put paint to surface. This personally makes the actual painting process so much more enjoyable for me because there's just fewer frustrating surprises. After all of the digital work is done, I then size my mock-up to fit the panel, and then I print it out on just a regular at-home office printer using regular printer paper. I apply some chalk pastel to the back side of the printout, and then I flip it back over and use a regular ballpoint pen to trace and apply pressure. The pressure transfers the mock-up to the wooden panel. I then clean up the pastel dust with a kneading eraser. And then I go over and darken my lines with graphite so that I can see through all of my layers of paint when it's time to do line work. Here's a quick tip: I put a post-it note on my hand so I don't smudge my drawing. And speaking of smudging, I also spray my finished drawing with fixative so that it doesn't smudge and get muddy when I apply paint to it. Okay, onto the painting. Okay, real quick, one of the tools that really helps my process, especially now as a busy parent, is a Stay Wet palette. It keeps my acrylic paint workable for weeks. I highly recommend this. So I begin by blocking in my main colors. And then I move on to my blends. I work in many thin, watered down layers and I blend with my fingers. Although, if you follow me on Instagram, you may have seen that I recently learned I can also use a mop brush to achieve nice blends with acrylic. I have been painting with my fingers for years, so this was just, I don't know, it blew my mind. So this was not something that I thought would work since acrylic dries so quickly, but an extender like Flow Aid really works wonders with this method. Here I created a little bit of a watercolor / coffee stain splotchy effect by applying watery acrylic, letting that dry a bit, and then dabbing it away with paper towel. I really like the texture this gave, and I might use it for some future paintings. Woo! Okay, it's time for my favorite part, but wait, hold on, I have a disclaimer, okay? It's been a few months since I've picked up my liner brushes, so you'll get to see my rusty hands at work. Things just weren't flowing very smoothly for me at first. Either my hands weren't as steady as they used to be, my line control faltered, or my edges were looking a little choppy, or I wasn't loading up my brushes properly. I ended up needing to erase a few lines and circling back to tidy them up. And although I'm really happy with how this painting came out, it actually inspired me to assign myself some line practice homework. I've learned that practice is my cure for when I'm feeling unconfident and not that great about my work. So I'll post some more about that on my Instagram, but with just a few sessions in, I'm already feeling steadier and more confident with my brushes. Alright, so I think that's all I have to say in regards to the process of this painting. It was a fun one, and I look forward to many more tigers in the future. Please enjoy the rest of this video. I did something a little different than what I usually do. I decided to show some real-time brush strokes instead of really quick, sped-up time-lapse. So I hope it's fun to watch. Thank you for stopping by. Please check out my Instagram for more videos and updates. Alright, okay, bye!